everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Jaguars going up against the Panthers. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Ohio!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Here we go! Ohio! Flex round!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete here. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Cameron Jordan is another one of those versatile defensive linemen that you can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go! Red 38!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Left. Here we go now. Blue 45.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Ohio! Let's go! What?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Next round. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focused on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Ready, green 39. Green 39.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Black 58, rail. Black 58. There we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, now Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. 2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd?
Black
we'll
58
see.
rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Green 39.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. Taken in at the 11. That'll go with a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And the Panthers coming out now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
90.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Left. Here we go now. Green. Black 58 real. 45. Black 58 real. 45. Black 58 real. Black 58 real. Blue 45.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Black 58 real. There we go now.
They come out here in the
Black
eye.
58 real. 45.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Red 38.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. When you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here we go. Green.
On first down, Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 58 right. Green, 39. 58 right. Green, 39. Left. Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
90. Flex Brown. Ohio.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable here from the 38. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Green, 39.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play. Trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out here in the
Green, 39. Green.
and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down and 4.
Come on, let's go.
In motion goes the tight end.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go. What? 90.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing now is Bortles. He'll rifle a battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely,
Ohio,
we have.
Ohio. Let's go. Red 38. Ohio.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got time. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there.
Come on,
a big play shot taken by the offense, Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Bortles, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a play fake here on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll give the Jags a first down. So they're operating in the red zone.
Here we go.
They go play action. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! White, 90! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Let's go! Flex round! Red 38!
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escapes the sack. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And here he'll get it down to the 7 and give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Ready!
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he
Here
called
we
me.
go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
In motion comes the tight end
Ohio.
left.
Ohio.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on third and 10. The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Ohio. Flex round.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Second down following the run.
Ready. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. There we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
Ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Green. Ace.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And that pickup of a first down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? That's a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
Stays on his feet. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
Green 90. Green 90. Ace.
Now Bortles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Panthers.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Give him 14 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And that's incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're able to move the chains as they convert on fourth and long. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done. That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? Ohio!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. They come out here in the line. And they'll run it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Ace, here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Here we go now. Ace. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, 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 left. Hunt.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Ready! Slow.
Bortles going to throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
Bortles going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And now here's a carry heading left. Stiff-armed him down to the 25.